Hey everybody, we have made it to Moch Island. We are standing at the shore in Bay Moch Village, and I'm going to show you a tour of the whole island. There's 3 different villages here, and we'll walk through them. I'll also show you some kind of unique things about the island. But let's get started. And at the shore we have a couple different canoes with outriggers that people use here. See some still over there. We have another one under this building. People predominantly use these for fishing. This building right here is a new development. It's a brand new store on the island. And then the building next to it is going to be a store here in the near future. I'm actually staying at this greenhouse on the left, but I want to show you something back here. So a lot of houses still use a well here, and underneath that piece of tin roofing is a well where people will get water to take a shower. Outside of that, let's see if you can see this big kind of cylindrical concrete piece. That's also a water catchment that runs off the roof of every house. These huge trees right here are breadfruit. These breadfruit trees provide fruit, but also the canoes that you saw in the beginning are made out of breadfruit. Here is the Protestant church, Bethel Community Church.
Oh, you want to be there here or? Okay, okay. Wonderful, wonderful.
This island is approximately kind of 3/4 of a mile around. It takes about maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes to walk the full circle. Hello, Abby. We are now getting into village. This is the second of the 3 villages. To our right is the lagoon side of the island. The water on that side is generally a lot calmer. And that's usually where a lot of the people also store their canoes. It's easier to access than on the ocean side of the island. Sorry if the camera is a little shaky. I'm having to dodge kind of splattered breadfruit on the ground. It is breadfruit season, and there's so much of it that cannot get picked that it ends up falling on the ground. And with that also comes flies. It's also fly season here. These holes in the ground are actually for trash. Alam. Yasum. Ah, Pachiku. Alam. So yeah, the holes in the ground are for garbage. They dig maybe 4 to 5 feet into the ground. It's almost to the water cap, and then they'll do a lot of kind of composting and trash within it. And we're gonna stay on the main path. This is the core path. So we are now heading towards the ocean side of the island. This part of the path is not as kind of well kept as the other side. A lot of people were preparing for graduation this past week, and they were making sure that the road was kind of clean through the main strip of the island. It's also why you saw the ground looked really white. They were laying out sand all week to make sure the road was pristine. I don't know if you can see it, but there's just lots of breadfruit on the ground. And then coming up in front of me is a small taro patch. I'm going to take you to the center of the island here in a few and show you the really huge taro patch this island has, dead in the center. It's pretty quiet today. It's a Sunday. Everyone is pretty religious here. We had church this morning, and people generally take most Sundays as kind of the day to hang out, relax. There is still quite a few people here cooking, since we did just recently have graduation. So you might see some smoke coming from some of these cookhouses. People are preparing meals for lunch and dinner today to celebrate graduation. Hello. It's a lot cooler on this side of the island. You actually get a breeze from the ocean sides, and it's almost all completely shaded, unlike the other side. But let me show you real quick. Let me show you the huge taro patch that's in the center of this island. My rough guess is probably it's maybe about an acre's worth of taro. They've built a concrete structure, I guess you could call it maybe a seawall, around it. It's to protect it in case other parts of the island flood. The salt water will kill the taro. But let me try to raise my camera up as high as possible so you can see this field of taro. Do my best here. Every family on this island owns taro within that section. Each individual knows exactly which plant is there. They know the starting point and they know the end point of the plot of land they have in there. I think they gauge it by distance between certain trees or other kind of identifiable areas within that space. But it's really amazing to me that they all know exactly which taro is theirs. But we're going to continue up on the ocean side. We are about at the halfway point on this rectangular walking path, just to give you some context. I don't know if you can hear on the camera, but in the distance you can hear the waves crashing against the reef to the right. Still lots of breadfruit on the ground, and as you can see, lots of flies. we are also kind of making our way into the third village down here called Lapwe. This is where I believe most of the people on the island actually live. There's about 300 to 350 people on this island at any given time. A lot of people do go to school. Like a lot of these graduates will end up going to school in Chuuk. Some end up going to Guam, you know, while others will also go to the States to live and work. Yeah, roughly about 350 people. We've only passed maybe, you know, 5 or 6 people walking. But once again, it's a Sunday and it's really quiet here. If you look over there, you can see the ocean side. Hey, what? This is one of my former students. But look how beautiful this side is. Ja, zo. Ik is pat huh? So here is the ocean side of the island. It's beautiful. There's a lot of these blackbirds with bright yellow eyes. Bird that's flying in front. Alright, we are continuing through Lapwe village. On our left up here we have a downed breadfruit that looks like they cut. Usually when they cut these breadfruit down, they have to wait a certain period for the wood to dry out before they can start to determine whether or not it's worth making a canoe out of. It's got to be the right proportions and thickness, size, for them to do it, and it's all dependent on who's going to be the owner of the canoe. It's determined by the size of the owner, and then they will custom make the canoe for them. Got a loose pig. I was hanging out the other night at this house here on the right where those kids are at. We were drinking kava and having turtle as kind of a chaser for the kava. Since I've been gone, kava is kind of like a new phenomena here. the Chuukese have seemed to kind of adopt it. And a lot of them get together in the evening and kind of hang out, eat, drink, have some conversations. So I've kind of been partaking in that a good bit since I've been here. Lalu wassalam. Hello. And we are going to hang the left, still on the main road, and this is taking us back to Moch village, which is where we started at the shore. But to conclude our video here, we have two kind of the key things on the island. One, this really massive Catholic church on the left, and then we have our Moch Community School on the right, which is elementary, middle, and high school all in one place. So we'll try to check out the Catholic church first, and then we'll head to the school. Also in front of the Catholic church is a cell tower. This island recently got cell service. When I was here 9 years ago, there was no cell service, and I was having to use a satellite phone that was provided by the Peace Corps. Let's go ahead and take a walk inside the Catholic church. The Catholic church also has a community house on the right side where they do a lot of youth activities and singing. When I first came to this island 12 years ago, I was blown away at how large this church is. For being so far, you know, from a major island. We're about 180 miles southeast of Winna. So they have to constantly ship supplies on ships. Church is massive. Let's go ahead and check out the school. The building to the left is is classrooms, but on top there's a an office where you can go get medicine and things of that nature. We'll go in one of the classrooms. Hello. I used to actually teach in this room. School also has this garden. This is new. This was not here when I was a volunteer. And so this room to our right is the school office. And then this room is the library. We're gonna go on the roof. Great views up here of the lagoon. We'll check out the courtyard from up here. Our school is operated fully on solar. We had solar when I was here. And then we can check out this view from up top of Moch Village. Check this view out. The school is currently working on building an additional classroom here. That's what you see here. Still work in progress. MJ. Hello. So that concludes our tour of Moch Island. I hope you all enjoyed it. There are some other areas that are a little bit more off the beaten path, that I would deem maybe more private, or I would like to be accomplished with a local to go back there. I felt like I might be intruding, but I did show you all the kind of main road along the island. Thank you all. See you soon.